Powered by Riverside FM.
Welcome, everybody, to Choey and Jandler's The Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour. Welcome, Choey.
Welcome, Chandler.
And there we go. You know, the other day, actually, I think it was last Friday or Saturday. It was Saturday. I have, what I call thinking juice sometimes, which normally would be like a male soda or an adult soda.
I like how you said
Somehow,
male
I don't
soda
know how it
first.
happened. I don't know how it happened. I have some wine in my fridge. I think when we used to do get-togethers with teachers, somehow they just give it to me, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a little healthier here and not put the yeast on the body. So I'll drink some wine, But coolio.
Wine can kind of creep up on you though. Like I had some
You mean after a
teaching with
couple
friends.
glasses, you don't realize it, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, like me and one of the roommates back in the day, we were hanging out and like we had like some female friends coming to hang out with us too, and we're like we're gonna make dinner, we'll be all fancy, and we're like we'll do wine instead. And I mean, I was gone early in that evening. Like we only had a few bottles of wine
Well,
amongst the
bottles,
four.
okay. This is not glasses.
Yeah, but still though, like I mean, you sit there and like okay, I can handle this many of this or this many of that. I've never really done the drink wine a whole lot,
You know what
and
gets
it
me?
was
There's only certain
geez.
people that I used to have wine with, and they weren't dudes, right? It's always women. But you look at the wine glass, and you kind of think, well, that's not really that full.
Yeah.
And so you put more wine in there, and then that's the one that's another way where it gets you because you're just like, oh, I got extra.
Well,
All
because
right, real quick, Joey, tell
it's
everybody what's going on right now. Tell them what you're doing.
so we're trying to roll along with risk online risk at funkypotato.com, and I right now I'm reinforcing troops in various territories around the world, and I'm not sure where they're getting the proportions from for these countries because it's not like they're popping up as
Populations.
yeah as a yeah because I mean not putting any political affiliations out, but Ukraine is like bigger than the United States and like half of Canada combined on this thing, and I'm like I don't know exact square footage of the country, but I know it's not bigger than the United States and most of Canada.
Hmm. Well, USR is though, isn't it? Maybe I wonder if it's Ukraine USR.
Well, no,
Maybe
like
you
so
can
they
do
have
that.
like it's like broken up. It's got Ukraine and then I think it's
Oh,
Ural
Russia.
or
Definitely Russia.
Urai, Siberia, Kamchatka. I mean, I'm guessing maybe these are like countries that we're in.
The other
So
game
like,
could be a 90 days game for all I know. And by the way, let me apologize for USSR. That was decades ago. It's not Russia, but yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, did you name us? Because when I was playing around with it, because it's us against the computer. You're controlling risk for us, right?
yeah, I didn't realize I had to change the name so we're player
Oh, okay.
against
So
Baird and Fryer.
because I was like, when I was playing around with it and toying, I was like, you take Choey and Jandler and you put them together. Would it be Choandler? And then I was just like, but everyone at home was like, no, it's Chandler. It's
It'd be
Chandler. And we're like, no,
Chandler or
Joanne,
Joey?
Chandler.
No, we make like some jacked up name. Like what?
Yeah.
Chocolate blah blah. Like that's not even
And
how that works.
and then a quick backstory. So this goes back to when you and I were in high school and we played Risk, and it was me and you against nobody, and we still lost. So we're trying to make amends for it right now.
Yep.
Hey,
And I'm
hey, real quick, I'm gonna go at the holidays. Then I got a surprise for you. Okay?
sounds
Where
good.
here's our little holidays.
Here are today's effing holidays.
Here are the holidays. It is our April 11th edition episode. Did you know today is Barbershop Quartet Day?
Sweet.
We have all the information you need to make this day a musical one. Remember barbershop quartets?
Uh, You know what popped
Do
in
you
my?
remember,
It
do you
was
remember
the
what a
episode.
barbershop is?
Yeah, but I was thinking right now. It took me back to the. It's from your boyfriend, your great and loving boyfriend. Everybody loves a boyfriend. Your loving boyfriend Ross. Whenever he sends a barbershop quartet to
Oh,
Rachel.
yeah. Today is also National 8-Track Tape Day.
Oh my gosh.
Bust out your old 8-track tapes and explain what it is to Gen Zs. You know, we were on the tail end of the. Well, actually, I only know 8 tracks because my dad had some, right? But I personally think it was a lot. The 8-track was kind of replete. It was kind of funny. They had the 8-track came out, right?
Mhm.
And it's kind of like a prelude to the CD because you just push like one of those tracks in there and it'll go to that song. But the cassette tape came in between. I guess the cassette tape was a little more compact, maybe a little bit better sound. I don't know. Maybe cheaper to make. I don't know. But it was kind of funny. And then it played into the CD. And now people are like, CD, everything's iTunes, man.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that today. Listening to the radio, driving around doing some, what's it called? Some errands and
Sites.
whatnot. And I was like, heard some songs on the radio for the first time in a while. I was like, you know what? I need to like figure out a way to get them on my phone because I used to like back. I would like put the CD in the computer
Mm-hmm.
and then like download the songs off the CD track and then move them over like to my iTunes. And I'm like, can't do that now. Like, there's no disc to even drop the disc in.
No, but I do. Oh, you mean like to burn a disc?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I like it.
Because you would like,
I
I would
like
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 basically like rip the songs off the CD and like then boom
yeah,
over to my iTunes.
yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. I I know how to get you I know how to get you songs if you want. I mean, I do like a monthly thing for iTunes. Like I pay for it, just to easily put it on there.
Yeah.
But I know how to get songs as well. If you ever, I can tell you offline. I want people. I want to put it out here in the public now, and people be like, "Man, Chandler, get them, get them," and get for piracy or whatever, But
So I'm just gonna
there
let you
are
know, like
ways.
we're not doing really good in this risk thing, man. Like I don't even like it's another one of those things where like the small countries just beating our big country's butt.
You know, can I let you in on a secret? I
Sure.
chose you to do this not only because you could focus while I'm talking, but this way, if we lose, it's not my fault. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm getting destroyed like right now, like
Back,
destroyed.
real quick, back to the holidays, and then if we keep getting destroyed, you maybe really love our surprise. So today, April 11th, is Poet and a Cupcake Day. It's time to whip up some delectable cupcakes featuring lyrics from our favorite poet slash song. And then I looked this up, and I thought this was the last home game. It's actually a road game. But so clearly, Phoenix Suns must have put this out there for advertising. But April 11th is Phoenix Suns versus San Antonio Spurs Day. All tickets will be delivered electronically with no exceptions. Therefore, will call is no longer available. All tickets are available via the Ticketmaster app or the Suns Mercury Phoenix Arena app. So, but it's our team, our
That's a
Spurs out.
holiday?
Somebody, yeah, they put it out there. Phoenix Suns versus San Antonio Spurs holiday just this year. So, I mean, $5,000 to an owner like that I don't even think that's a penny, man. But
Probably.
it's kind of funny. They're like, here you go, holiday. Quick
Maybe,
update. I got a
maybe,
drum roll
maybe
for you. You
that
got
should
to
be like
update
a life goals. Like if I win like the lottery, just like I'll every day, Choey and Jandler day.
exactly. Oh man, think about we do the math. Yeah, you have to have a lot of money to that. Every day is our day.
Yeah,
Every day. All right,
do
hey, real
enough of
quick,
it.
here's a little drum roll for a surprise for you. All right, this goes back to last week's episode. All right.
Yeah.
Do you know the song? I got something for you,
So
bro.
near, far,
I almost stopped it there. Just
wherever you are.
you know, um,
You know what
so
bothers
I
me the
was,
most? It bothers me the most about that movie,
uh
and
huh,
nobody like I've never met a single female who ever like two and two together. Like how selfish is Rose at the end? Because that door she's on is huge,
dude.
and she don't move over and let the dude like sit there
I,
and live. And instead, she lets the dude die.
Choey, they have YouTube channels and stuff dedicated to what you're talking about. But I saw something. I guess what's the director's name? Cameron. It was
James Cameron.
James
James
Cameron.
Cameron.
I was like, but James Cameron talked about that, and I guess there was. Although I saw an episode he did with like MythBusters and basically scientifically, if you were to go out there, good science, you're not supposed to. like gear your experiment towards what you want your results to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what he did. So, but it always kind of proved that he was right. And in my head, I'm like, you're doing your experiments to test if you're right, not just to test what would happen. You know, you're like, yeah, if every condition went your way, obviously that's going to happen that way. But anyway, I guess he had done something like that. That like, yeah, the door is wide enough, but with the weight and the water and stuff, it really, I don't know. There's an explanation that they both would have died. I'm like, but no, it's crazy that happened. But no,
Leonardo
so you know,
DiCaprio weighed like 90 pounds, like at that point, I guarantee.
but you know what I was thinking about? That's why I did that one with the recorder. Is I was like, man, if I'd have known this and I was musically inclined, I could have performed this at Choey's wedding. You know, then your wife would have been like, "What in the?"
Yeah, I would have been like that too. I've
Or
been
I
like,
could have done it like Ron Burgundy with the flute. You know.
of all songs, you're gonna like play one of my top 5 most hated songs ever.
Hey, real quick, speaking of music, I never asked you last week the song that was ruined because a family member sang it. What song was it
Oh,
that
I
you
don't
wanted to?
remember.
Oh, inquiring minds wanted to know, sir.
I don't know. It was just a song. It was on the radio, and that's the whole reason why. Like, because like if it's on the radio, obviously I can go look it up on like YouTube Music or whatever, listen to it somehow. But it's the fact that like I gotta go through this effort when if he'd have just shut his mouth, I'd have been all good.
Did you was it? Do you remember like was it like an old school type song or like a recent song? It like remind you of high school days or
No,
college days?
it was a newer one, like because I don't
Okay.
really hear a whole lot of like I'm hardly ever listening to the radio.
Oh, you
Stuff is
know
like
what?
talk radio, so I listen to like ESPN stuff.
Now that I think about, and after asking that question, I was like, wait a minute. If he was singing it, obviously he would have to know. He'd have to be aware of the song. So it's not like it was Friends in Little Places, right?
No, dude, I'm getting destroyed. What the heck, man?
We're still alive.
Not for long. Like I'm just
Choey's just trying to get through this as quick as he can. It's like when kids take a STAR test.
I'm not
Quick, quick,
trying to
quick,
like, but
done.
they're just like, God dang, man.
It's all about that. You just have bad luck rolling the dice. Don't go to Vegas, right? All right, real quick,
Yeah,
roll into the headlines, sir.
It's time for this week's edition of Choey and Jandler's headlines. Yay! Hooray!
All right, first headline, because we already did that surprise. I don't know if you knew this. I just realized this. Next week, the next 2 weeks are 4-day weeks because we have Good Friday next week, and then we have Easter Monday the following. And on Easter Monday for us, I call it a half holiday because the kids aren't there. But we're there. But I was like, oh, so that's the next 2 weeks. I don't have to plan for 5 days. It's 4 days. I like that,
yeah.
you know.
Where my kids go to
That's
school, it's a 4-day week already.
oh, so you don't get the day
And
off.
you know what's funny is they're actually trying to make that Easter Monday. They made it a bad weather makeup day
Mm-hmm.
because they pulled the ripcord pretty quick and used a bad weather day earlier in the year.
Right.
They're like, yeah, we got to use this one now, and I'm like, ain't nobody gonna show up for that. Like, good luck, good luck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what movie is it? Oh, Taken. Good luck. Now, my second headline is leading into, remember, Herd Alert? So, Herd Alert. So this one student on Monday was like, "Hey, Mr. Bing, can I go to the nurse?" And I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Well, I was sitting wrong. My foot's asleep now." And I was like, "The nurse isn't gonna do anything for that. You gotta stand up and walk it off." And then in my head, I'm like, imagine if you were the nurse and I seen you a student, foot's asleep. You're like, what? What's Mr. Bing thinking? You know? I had a student today tell
The
me
kid walks
somebody
that
else,
day, starting to fall and bust the face.
one of the other students was spinning around. You know, young kids don't really control their body, and he accidentally hit her in the stomach. So
Oh.
she's going around telling people he punched her in the stomach, and it was an accident. But then she's like, send me to the nurse. And I'm like, the nurse can't do anything for you. But I called the nurse for another student, and I was like, hey, well, I got you on the phone. Let me just ask about this. And I told her, and she laughed. She's like, man, these kids. And I was like, I know. I was like, and I'm not going to send her to you because know you're not gonna be able to do anything about it, but I'm just letting you know, because sometimes that's what I'm starting to do this year. Like, let me call the nurse, even though in my head I'm like, yeah, I'm not, you know. But this way they think that I'm gonna help them out, you know.
Yeah. We you see,
Are we dead
so
yet?
no, not yet. Well, we had South America, we had Africa, and like part of Europe, and
Mm-hmm.
now we're like kind of in Africa. It's crazy. Like so,
Right?
like it's it gives you
What are you rolling like? You rolling like snake eyes and stuff, or what?
well, so like the way it's letting me do it is it like lets me when you go and do the roll, like it'll show like if they have like 3 dice and I have 2, or I have 2 and or 3 and they have 2 or whatever, and like you hit the button that says roll and like the dice like swirl and then pops up, and then like if whichever dice kills off the other one, it blows it up like it's like you see a couple things shoot it, and it goes so quick. It's like it's just insane, and I'm like,
So it sounds like you
I win like one out.
countries when we started, huh?
Dude, like I attacked some of these countries. Like so we had like Brazil, and I had like 6 units there, and I attacked somebody with 2, and they eventually beat me up. Beat me up.
Damn.
Beat
Beat me off. Rephrase that. You know?
They beat me off with both hands.
You're like the dude from Arrested Development. I blew myself. You know what I'm talking about? Everything he says sounds sexual.
Did you ever see it? I think it was 22 Jump Street with Channing Tatum.
No, I don't like Channing Tatum. I don't think he's a good actor at all.
Well, I mean, the acting was not the thing. It was just like a lot of the jokes were funny as heck. And he sits there and he does this thing, and he's like, dude, they come at me, I'm gonna beat them off. I'm gonna beat them off with both hands. And they're all, you're what? And he's like, yeah, you heard me.
I know what I said.
Yeah, it's like, okay. So look right here. I'm going Egypt against Southern Europe. I won.
What is Southern Europe, man? Like Spain?
I don't know. Like they're broken up in the intro because, like, for instance, like it's Western United States, and then it's like something else, like it's not quite yet Eastern United States. They're very interesting the way they have it broken up. But we're not doing too good. We got Africa and Madagascar still. Nothing else.
We still got we got Africa. We can sing the Toto song, and we got the animal characters from the Madagascar movie, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the penguins will help us out.
Maybe they will. Oh, gee. Hey. I don't even want to hit roll again. I'm about to like lose.
I'm gonna take us to the quick break, right? Come back, song, ad, and everything, right?
Yep.
They're cool.
We say gun bay, cheers mate, and cheers mate again, or simply cheers. Sometimes it's short towels and tea, other times it's cheers. Are you effing hoser? You effing hoser. We also say soul day, salute, salute or to gay, skull. Let's all say Nastarovi in the Russian way. In Vietnam we shout out yo Walugi Wawa, make South Africa glow. In Portugal it's a solid soda and Bud Mo. Ukraine's here to stay. For Jamaica, it's a loud yaman. No matter the place, we drink till dawn. That's how Choey and Jandler cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world.
We gotta add those new countries to that song. Like I said, I'm waiting to write a new one. Quick update before we turn it over to Morgan. How we doing? We still in the game?
We're still in the game, but it's like a 1 step forward, 2 step back. And like I'm like, yeah, I dominated that one. Then I try to go to the next country, and they completely wipe us out. So,
I wonder if like we get down to. Well, actually, I guess obviously, if you have one country, you're still at the table. But I guess you just win. You win 2, and then you try and keep going from there, right?
Well, I mean, so like you go to the rolls and stuff, and then eventually you wear them out. I mean, because I could I could back up and say, all right, done. I don't like they're whooping my butt, but I'm not running away from it. I'm not running away from a challenge.
All right, real quick, let's go, Morgan.
Hi there, I'm here to help Choey and Jandler to read an advertisement for buyblacket.com. Please shop buyblacket.com. Are you looking for unique gifts at unbeatable prices? Then look no further. BuyBlacket.com has quality merchandise for everyone on your list, from gifts for cat and dog lovers to American fans, beer enthusiasts, and even Jesus lovers. As for teachers, we didn't forget about you. Please don't miss our funny attire to brighten up your classroom. So bring a smile to your loved ones' faces and shop BuyBlacket.com today. Tell them Choey and Jandler sent you.
We're still alive, Joseph.
Yeah, you just because you said you didn't play the game itself, right?
Well, not that online game. No, I started it. I played it like once or twice.
Yeah, like
actually, no, I didn't even do any fights. I was starting to see like if we could actually set it up.
Yeah, like so like we'd successfully moved into the Middle East and India, and I was going against like and I reinforced them, and both of them had 4 units in each spot, like 4 little battalions. And I took India against Afghanistan, who only had 2 battalions, and they defeated us. Took India, and so then I was like, all right, Middle East, go get them because they only got 1 person, and they defeated us in the Middle East and took the Middle East.
So we
like
lost.
Yeah, like I advance, and then we fall back. Like we advance, and then we fall back. Like I'm basically trying to maintain. I don't know. Pretty much. I think we're gonna be done here soon.
Oh, we're not done yet. We're still in it.
No, we don't have that many people left. Like this one character's got like over half the world.
Hey, all right. So move it. So the second half of our episode. By the way, I tried to like push us a little. Like the last 3 or so have been kind of longer. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to speed this one up so I didn't overload it as much, right?
Mhm.
And I will tell you, I chat GPT this after you had some great texts like last week and everything when I was like interviewing at other schools. And so we got 2 things we're doing here in this after part, the second half. But the first thing I want to do is our teacher press conference, right?
Yeah.
And do you remember some of the things you said you were going to negotiate for me?
I was looking for. Trying to go negotiate, get you like a signing bonus, like a realistic like teacher signing bonus, like $100. There was extra conference time, no morning duties,
Yeah.
like all sorts of like fun stuff like that. Like we can get you like an extra holiday, an extra half day off.
I think I need an NIL deal, right? I get my own merchandising, right?
That
My
would be
own
good, like an
trading cards.
NI deal. Like we get you like a notebook, or what is it? Not a notebook. What is this thing called? We get you like a binder,
Yeah.
a binder deal. It'll be
Oh yeah,
it'll
like
be
binder sponsorship.
it'll be
Yeah,
a three-figure binder deal where you promote
3
binder.
figures. Woo! I chat GPT'd it too, just after me and you were joking with it. But I was like, what if it was like college? I go on there with all these like hats from different schools, and I'm like, nope. Remember I was joking with you. I threw it out, and you're like, I bet that school will be mad at you. But
Yeah.
there was a line that chat GPT did that I laughed at, and I was like, that's kind of true. It's like I chose to go with this school, and it's like, and it said like, go mascot, and then in parentheses because like I don't know what the mascot is, and I'm like, and then you know what made me laugh? I was like, I don't know what the mascot is of the new school I'm going to. I still like, I'm switching schools. So I was like, woo!
Taking my talent to
Yeah.
another grade level in another campus.
I sent that to I sent it to a few people, family, teacher friends, and stuff. It's a GIF of Conor McGregor at a press conference with his feet up on the table, and I was just like, yeah, I said I'm taking my talents to such and such, and everyone's like, congrats or whatever. So I'll be doing. I don't know if I told you this. I'll be teaching 4th grade math and science. So this will be like a little. I mean, I love math and science, but it's gonna be a little middle school esque for me, you know. So, but I think it's gonna be less stress in terms of like having to plan stuff out, you know,
That's good.
and just be, and they'll be a little more independent and doing some of the technology stuff. But I'll miss some of the younger grades, obviously their personality. So I don't know if I get to be as goofy, and I have to show you the video. I don't have it on my phone's out here right now. Excuse me. We did our star pep rally today at my current school.
Yeah.
And they had our theme this year was Mario Kart, or well, Super Mario Brothers, right? And so then like we had 2 teachers from each grade level, and like one pushed another one in a chair, and they had like these paper plates that were like designed to look like coins from the game, right?
Cool.
Mario Kart. And then they kind of design some banana peels, right? And so so like I was the one that was trying to pick up the coins, right? And we actually, and then they did what did they do? 3 heats, 4 heats, and we won the first one, man. So we made it to the we started in the quarterfinals, we made it to the semifinals, and then we lost we lost to the eventual winners. So we could always say, hey, we were almost there, you know. We were the second losers. That's really what it was.
Second place is the first loser.
Yeah.
You're like, gosh, why are you gonna be so harsh?
Well, Ricky Bobby says, if you ain't first, you're last, right?
Yeah, that's one of those fun quotes. You can't have two number ones. No, that'd be 11. I mean, like, what? Oh,
That's true, right? True. All right, Doc. I need Choey to put on his Dr. Cho hat, okay?
okay.
So I got another dream for you to analyze, right?
Yeah.
And we'll have your Dr. Cho music playing. Um, this is gonna be it's gonna be really, I don't want to say tough, but it's not gonna be a whole lot of detail in this dream because this happened, I want to say about a week ago. And so, other than me writing down, hey, the dream name of what I referred to it as, I don't remember a lot of specifics. So bear with me there, sir. But essentially, the dream was we were fans, right?
Yeah.
We were like coaches slash fans of a soccer team, and it was like our country against another country. And basically, actually, I don't even think it was our country. It was basically for the fate of the world. A game of soccer played for the fate of the world, right?
Yeah.
What I do remember is we're up we're up 1-0, right? And then they score, and we're like, oh, it's 1-1. And then I remember thinking I remember making a comment to you in the dream. I was like, because it got real tight, right? And like it's really like nerve wracking, just like if you're watching like a big cup match, playoff match, big tournament, whatever. And I was like, man, it almost seems like it's rigged, like the TV's rigged. And then we scored on like a handball, and I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna count. But so in the dream, the rules were if we lost or tied, we were all gonna die. And we ended up with a 1-1 draw. Like the ref blew the whistle and stopped the time. And we it was still like, come on, ref, we don't want to die. And then whoever we played, they we agreed to shake hands and do it all again.
Yeah.
What would you interpret that dream as?
I feel like you're non-committal whether or not you want to be around kicking people in the balls or not. And so you feel like when you go to kick somebody in the balls, it's not the end of the world, but it could be the end of the world. And therefore you're not really sure about it, and so you want to be able to let bygones be bygones.
Do you remember Billy? As you were talking, I was thinking of Billy Madison. Remember?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I'm making fun of you, by the way. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm just making fun. It's just like it
Well, no,
could be.
that's what I'm going for. Like that's what I'm going for.
Oh, okay, it's not as serious as you're like people like the horoscope people aren't being like, we got to get Choey. He's got some good stuff now. They're like, I feel like he
No,
lost.
I missed it. I should do that. Like I need to do that. We can showcase this as our stuff, and it'd be
Yeah.
like instead of Dear Abby, it's Dear Choey.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
And you're like, I got it. The Dear Choey advice column. Remember, we're gonna have our. Remember, we want to do our Oregon Trail playing card game, right?
yeah.
I want copyright Choey and Jandler. If it ever happens, we came up with it first.
We have like
You know?
merchandise like out the wazoo. Like we just don't have anybody like in the backing to help us out with it.
Well, I mean, we always that plus we have these ideas and we're just not executing them. It's like, what if we had this app that did this, and then when the app comes out, we're like, that was our idea, and people are like, yeah, but you had no idea how to technologically do that. And we're like, that's not the point, you know. We thought of it first, you know.
Speaking of executing, we're gonna like we're slowly losing Africa.
Are we on the firing? Are we on the wall? And the firing squad's there.
Like, I mean, we're down. Like we got like one person in like every in every like little section of territory. It's like
So
I finally realized what it was though. That it reminded me of because I was like, I feel like I've seen this stuff kind of before. Not the game, obviously. The
yeah,
way it looks like. Did you ever watch the Family Guy episodes where they do like the spoofs about Star Wars?
yeah.
And like he's like, hey, I feel. He's like, how do you feel, Dak? And he's like, I feel like I can take on the whole empire all by myself. And he's like, really?
All right,
Great.
all right,
And
Dax got it.
yeah,
Everyone, Dax got it.
and he's like, yeah, and he like takes off. He's like, hey, get ready to suck some Dak. And then they just all. That's what it looks like. You see like the little things spin, and then it'll and just blow me up, and I'm like, oh, it's very anticlimactic. I'm like, let's go get Ukraine, and they're all,
I wonder if it's
no.
like one of your countries. You're like, we're gonna call everybody to this one country, so we can. We're just gonna overload this one country so we can defend it, and we go from there.
I kind of tried that at first. Like I was like, I'll stack it up because you get 6 or 7 on 2, and I
Yeah.
lost some of our people
Oh.
quite often. And I was like, dang man, like you're destroying us like this. But that's how it was when we were in high school too. We're like, all right, you get 7 rolls and you get 1 roll, and like they would constantly win, and you're like, what? There's nobody even playing against us. Like we're playing against ourselves and we're losing.
Yeah, it was me and you rolling the dice with like no enthusiasm behind it. When it was the no players the ghost turn. Remember Ghost Player? Like we
Yeah,
had Ghost Runner on first. It was like that. But every time we rolled for them, they always, like we're trying to roll for you and our side, right?
yeah.
And for them, we're just trying to screw it up. And we kept rolling like bigger numbers. And we're like, oop, I'll bleep that out. But like,
I'm like, beep that one out.
wee.
See, like, right, oh, dude, no. We got, we had North Africa back, and then we just lost it again.
Oh, but all right. Can you focus enough to do the social media plug, or do I have to do it?
Oh yeah. All right.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, make sure you follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, X, Threads. I'm sorry, no, Facebook, X, TikTok, and YouTube at Choey and Jan, at CHOEY, the letter N, JAN. And we are also on Instagram and Threads at Choey and Jan 2, at CHOEY, letter N, JANTOO on your
What?
FM dial.
And and this is for our what's left of our units out there. One more time. The sun never set, right?
Dude, like where we're at right now, the sun might not even shine.
Tune in next week to see if how much longer we made it, because we're getting ready to pull the plug on this. You ready, Joey?
Well,
All right.